Hello, everybody. Welcome to Olivos Art Studio. My name is Sergio, and I'm here today to show you some of the things that I'm working here in the studio, as well as some special orders that we have. But I'm gonna wait a little bit for more people to get here. Also, I'm gonna find myself on my computer on YouTube so I do not miss any of the chat comments. Get close. Hello, Claudia. We can see some of the sculptures that I have. Hello, Esther. No, I told you I was going to order it, but I wanted to use it for the first time here, and I think it looks great. The turning base is made of plastic, but I have a how are they called, a geodite on top. And this is a geodite that I bought today, and it was also a surprise for you, Claudia. The silver one is not the butterfly maiden. The silver one is a special order, and I'm gonna talk about that in just a moment. We're waiting for somebody else to get here. It's a very nice surprise, as Claudia said. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about that one in just a moment. The butterfly maiden is behind the silver ones. Let me move them away a little bit so you can see them a little bit more close. More you can recognize each one a little bit better. Let me just pull this out. There you go. There they are. All right, and I will also show you a little bit around the studio today and some of the altars that I have in progress, which I have quite a few altars in progress actually, and so you can get to see the progress. Um, it's weird because it auto adjusts the focus as the sculptures come closer and move further back from my phone. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm gonna move the silver ones. I'm gonna leave the butterfly maiden in the middle for now. Yeah, I really think so. That is a very good touch. It lets you not only have the sculpture right in front of you when I'm talking, but you can look at different angles, and it doesn't rotate too fast. I also like that. So it really lets you see the sculpture very well. The only problem is the coming and going out of focus a little bit. Um, Hello, Lynn. Welcome back. Yes, I think the geodite on top of the rotating table looks very nice. Yeah, it looks really, really nice. But they're separate things. And the geodite is quite heavy. So I'm glad the rotating base actually, is able to move with it without a problem. Yeah, thank you. I think it was a nice touch, a good idea to have the rotating base. Alright, so Lynn, since you are here, let me show you something very special that I have. This is the surprise for today. So let me put them like this so you can see them same angle at the same time. So this is a special order from Lynn. She wanted it an orgonite in this color scheme. So we created this especially for her, and I did two versions for her to choose from. So congratulations, Lynn, and thank you so much for your support. So these are the two versions that I did for you, and I will show them a little bit closer um, in a second so you can see them and decide which one would you like. So let me bring them closer. Let's choose one first. So let's see. So I think I have enough light here. So this one, the head is slightly more white than the other one, slightly more white than the body. And you can see the aluminum on the breast and at the bottom of the feet. And this is alcohol ink silver around the spiral. It's a very nice piece. I really like them both. It's hard to choose which one. I think they're both really nice pieces. Hello Ruthie, how are you today? I hope that everybody is doing great. Alright, so this is the first one. Let me show you the second one. And the biggest difference is the color of the head is closer to the color of the body here, and there is more aluminum on this one. It goes up to the neck instead of only on the breast. I don't know if this is on focus. Oh, why my the color of my phone is not doing a great job today. There you go, a little bit better. So there you have. Oh, as soon as okay, I think it's probably because the base is rotating, so I'm going to move the base off. So as you can see, this is the geodite, and that is the base. So I'm gonna move it away. We can take a look at the sculptures. There we go. So as you can see, the first one, the neck goes down a little bit further with the white, and with the second one, the aluminum goes a little bit higher all the way up to the neck. Other than that, this part is slightly more white than this one, and these differences happen because everything needs to be done in layers, so the mixing of the colors vary a little bit. That's something that is very difficult to avoid. And what else? I think that's pretty much all the difference. Is mostly on the head area. So Lynn, let us know which one do you like best so I can put that aside for you. Sorry, I missed your question, Esther. I'm checking now, and let me see. Do I make frames for the original watercolor paintings? Frame for my priestess watercolor paintings? Yes, I can make frames. And I actually can show you when I go around the studio the kind of frames that I usually do. I make the floating box like the Day of the Dead one, and I also do the leaf pattern design that I can show you in a moment, Esther. But yeah, I do make frames for for the paintings. Let's see. Oh, you love them both. It's hard to choose. Oh, well, I'm glad you like them because they were really made specially for you. Let's see. You like the first one first, best. All right. So this will be, and oh, one thing that I have not showed you yet. Let's see. Is on the head. They will have a clear quartz. So this will go in the head. I just still need to work on that area a little bit more, but this will go in the head. Each one will have its own clear quartz on the head, and not so high, of course. That's why I still need to work on it a little bit, so it will go inside a little bit more. Yeah, but I have the clear quartz here with me. Let's see. Oh, I see what Claudia's saying. Yes, so the best way to do it, if you have the painting there, Esther, your priestess, you can send it to me and I can frame it for you. Now, now that I'm thinking correct about your piece, you have it on paper. So, what I usually do with paper is I mount it on wood first, and after I mount it on wood, I can do either the floating, um, the uh, the black floating box, or I can also do the leaf pattern, either one. Yeah, so you can mail it and just let me know which kind of frames do you want. So Lane, I'm gonna put this one away for you. And congratulations, this is very nice. Let me show it to you again so you can see. And I just got a rotating table and I'm doing the job anyway. And there is the bottom. Alright, so very nice piece. So I'm gonna put this away for you. And we have this one available for purchase today. If anyone wants this one, the other one is for Lynn. And the price is the same price that all are organized for the people that come to our live streams and to our collect our circles. That's 95, but in the websites they are actually higher now. I think they are 120. But for the people that like you, like Esther and Lynn and everybody that's been supporting us, is 95. All right, so let me show you around the studio a little bit. Now I'm gonna have to take my phone. It's gonna be a little bit shaky. Sorry about that. Um, Esther, let me show you first what I do with the frames. So let me show you, for example, this Chakra Woman is an original watercolor on paper. Hello, Alma. Nice to see you. So here is how I do it. I mount it on wood, and you can see this is this is the wood right here, and then I can mount it on another piece, and this is one choice. This is the floating one without the box. I can also make it floating with the box. Let me show you. For example, this Buddha is done that way. You can see my hand can go inside, behind. So it is mounted on wood, and then I do the box, and then it's glued onto this. Now, another way to do it is, let me show you some of Claudia's original pieces. For example, Tlatzolotl. Actually, if I remember correctly, Tlatzolotl, Kuan Yin, Waitera, and Sulis were done on paper. So I did the same process, take it out, where it is glued on the wood right there. And after I mount it on the wood, I can make the frame. And this is the pattern that I do, the leaves. There you go. You just didn't want to drop it. And let me show you the frame a little bit closer. And of course, it can be any color you want. I usually do it silver or gold. It depends on you. It can be black, it can be natural color or cherry. So it depends on you. Yes, so these paintings were made on Arches watercolor paper, which is a really nice painting. Day of the Dead. Okay, so yeah, I can do the floating box. That is perfectly doable. And for example, my paintings, which are always on wood, done in a similar way. So there you go. So let me show you the altars and a little bit of the things I'm working on. And this is the how's it called, the varnish that I use for all, both the altars and for the canvases, and also for our sculptures. This is a really nice varnish made especially for art, and it's water based. It doesn't take like 3 or 4 days to dry. It takes like about 1 or 2, but it's a really good one. So let me show you this here. I'll move this one over here for now, but this is the area where I'm working on the boxes, so you can see the progress. You can see I make the 2 parts that later will be, let me show you, together forming the walls of the box. But before I glue it like that, I put the bottom first. So after I have the bottom, no, I'm not working on the tablecloth. I just have the tablecloth here to show it, but I don't work on the tablecloth. All of this actually I do it outside. So that's the one with the base, and it will go just like that, and they just fit perfectly. And then I have another piece for the top before I cut it and have the lid so it can move up and down. So there you go. That's part of the process for the box. And I still need to sand pieces, things like that. And for the other, the small altar, So here's a little bit of the beginning of the process. So I first need to make these the right thickness, drill the hole, and after I drill the hole, then I add the piece that holds the altar card. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Yeah, I love showing the process. I mean, I love doing it. So you can see after, and I use the clamps because I always use the glue. Try not to use any nails, anything like that. Everything is done with glue, and I have my chisels for the small details. So after it's done, then I paint it or stain it, and then after stain, I varnish it with this. So that is one. Actually, the second one, this is the small altar that also comes inside the altar box. And this is the other altar. So here are the legs. So I start with the legs. Um, the screws are measured so it won't go through the base of the altar here, but it's a really strong connection. And the screws are, when they are inside, I use it's called liquid welding, which is extremely strong. So this is never going to come off there. And of course I still need to stain it and varnish it. So another part is the top part, which I have my template. So I use this template to trace the pieces of wood, and then I cut it, the shape. I do the router. You can see the design of the router here. And after the router, I do the frame on top. You can see the other ones. And after I have the frame done, that's when I stain it and I varnish it before I add the image that will go here. And after I add the image, I also use this, but in a liquid. It comes in liquid also, and it gives it like a very nice protection and glaze, so it's not the paper directly. That it can be touched and damaged, but it protects it very nicely. Now the last part I forgot to bring to the table is this. As you can see, this is where I'm piling some of the pieces of wood, the bases and the tops for the boxes. And let me show you, sorry, I'm gonna show you this also. Some of our canvases that are in progress, they are drying from the varnish. So this is the base for the altar. You can see the altar right there. So this is going to be this part, which is the base. Let me see. What music do I play while working? It depends. I usually listen to either a movie or something, but um, I play also music. I like 60s and 70s and 80s music mostly. So classic rock, that's something I like a lot. And if I want to be in a really good mood, I either like Frank Sinatra and Queen. Those are the ones that really put me in a very good mood. So yeah, I like showing that. So here, this piece is not the actual base. This is a template that I use so I can have the exact measurement of the base, and I have the hole that goes in the base. So then I can do it like this. So when I'm working with my drill press, I just follow the pattern and I know exactly where things are going to be, so that way everything is the same size, everything is center and square. So and that's it. So the only thing, for example, what that I need here is this base does not have on the sides the frame that goes here, which is the same design than here and the same design than here. So that should be on the edge of the base right there. So it is not yet, and it goes on the sides and the front. I don't put it on the back. So after that is done, what I do is I measure. I have another template that I use here to measure where the leg is going to be. So I trace it, make the cross, drill the hole, and this will go exactly in place. So when it's down, it will be flush with the edge, like that. It will be flush on the sides with the edge. And that is basically the process for the altars. It takes time, and it has to be done in bulk since I am using templates. It's easier to do many at the time, and it is very nice. And I really don't know which part I enjoy the most for the altars, because I really like working outside, cutting all these and doing the router and all of that, but I also like painting it, and more than the varnish, the painting process. um, I love to see where they come together. So here, for example, I have another painting that is in process. This is one of the orders I have to finish, that was just printed on canvas. So this is actually canvas. And yeah, so this is part of the process that I do. And don't worry, Claudia, I do not work on the tablecloth. I'm just showing everybody on the tablecloth. Alright, so let me show you really quickly the sculptures again. Oh, and let me show you the butterfly maiden one more time. This is the first one we made. This one actually belongs to Esther. Is one of the two that will go to Esther. And I am working on the one with the clear wings, and I'll be bringing that last time. I showed you one last week, but I don't have it here with me. But I show you one with the clear wings, and next week I will bring the new one, which is going to be a different color scheme, same design, same patterns, but a different color scheme. That's going to be turquoise, blue, and pink with dark blue wings. A foldable and portable altar for travel. Well, there are actually, all of these can be used for travel. It depends. Like this one might not be as comfortable for travel. Now you can see this one has the hole because this is the very first prototype that I ever made. But this one can fold, and it reduces a little bit of the space, but you still have the legs. So it might not be the best for travel. However, with the box, if you want to travel with the box, The box comes with one of these altars inside, so you can use it to store other things while you travel. And I don't have a sample of the box, but on the top of the box you have like this same design and one of the goddesses here. So yeah, but I don't have a sample of the finished boxes. And when you open the lid of the box, this part stands and you can set your small altar, or you can also purchase this one by itself, and if this one is way small you can travel with it without any issues. So we have these three different variations on our stores. So here it is without the stain. Yeah, so this is very simple, doesn't weigh anything, it's not heavy at all. You can travel with this, you can add the you can take your card. Yeah. So the altar box is really nice. But if you want something very light to travel, is this one is very small. You can use this one for travel. Claudia, do you still want me to show again how the large one folds? I think I did show it already. But yeah, the large one can fold. And you could unscrew the legs if you want, but that means that you have to put them back together. I don't really recommend it. Now this one, as I said, this is an earlier prototype, so the way that I attach the legs is different. As you can see, the hold is a little bit different. This is the one that we keep here, but I refined the design a little bit more. Let's see. Let me check the comments, make sure that I'm not missing anything. I'm gonna put this back here for the butterfly maiden. Yeah, so that's it. This is what we have for you today. So just to recap, we have the butterfly maiden that this is available for purchase. Also the one with the clear wing is available for purchase. Oh, and I forgot, it comes with the chrysalis. Oops. Comes with the chrysalis, and I talked about the chrysalis last week, but really quickly, um, something that I learned with this with the butterfly mating is that a chrysalis is the correct word for what we think a cocoon for a butterfly, but a cocoon is really for a moth. So it means transformation and renovation, and how the caterpillar is completely transformed, but it's not only transformed, but it really gets liquefied inside the chrysalis, but in the end comes out as a wonderful and beautiful butterfly. So the meaning of the renovation and the beauty of the butterfly. So this comes with a chrysalis. Um, so Claudia, anything else you would like me to talk about today? Um, and here is the other one. This one is available for purchase also. Um, the other one goes to Lynn, and I will be finishing this week with the orders from last Saturday. The butterfly maidens, um, the orders for the butterfly maidens will be going out around the middle of next week. Because as I said, this one is a process. It takes a long time. This process, like I do the wings separately, each one, and it takes layers because I first need to do the color part, then I need to do the clear part. So those are two different layers, and it takes time between the layers to dry. Then I do all of these is one layer, then each color, yellow, red, and turquoise, has to be done by layers, and I need to wait for the layer to dry before I put in the other color. So yeah, this is a very interesting process, and as I was saying, in before in other times, something with a little bit less layers, like the other goddesses we've been doing, um, they don't take as much time, even though they are fantastic sculptures made by Claudia. So, yep. Quick question on the Oracle deck set. Does that set include a pendulum? Um, so, yeah, well, yes, that set includes a pendulum, and I'm working also on the pendulums because they are done with the clear resin, and that is the one that takes a long time to dry. It can take up to 2 or 3 days. So the pendulums are very, very nice. They're coming out very nicely, but they're a very slow process too. Yeah, so I'm gonna have the pendulums ready for both the deck set, and also they come with the chakra set. They come with both. All right, Claudia, is there anything else that you would like to see? Anyone would like me to show you anything else? Um, yeah, let's see. What else do I have? I think this is all that I have for today. So let me put this back on this. It's a very nice geodite, clear quartz geodite. Oh, you missed the studio, Claudia. Yeah, I know, I can tell. Well, thank you, Esther. I'm glad that you guys come and that you spend this time with me. I really appreciate to be part of your weekend. So thank you so much, always for your support. Lynn, congratulations on your sculpture. This one is ready to pack, so I'm going to be working on this tonight. Hopefully, I can put it in the mail by Monday. I just need to spray it. That's the only thing that I need to do now that I remember. So I'm gonna spray it tonight so it dries tomorrow and I can pack it on Monday. All right. Thank you very much to everybody, and it's lovely to have you with me every weekend. So thank you, Alma. Thank you, Esther, and Lynn, and Ruthie, and of course Claudia. Thank you, and I will see you hopefully next week. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed, Ruthie. I really enjoy doing it for you. Good night, everybody, and stay safe. Right. See you next week.